Hi guys, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Gabby on Paper. In today's video, I am going to go through my July's budget and fill in how much I spent in each of my categories. I already know it was a good month for me financially compared to other months, so I'm so excited to go over it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's start with my income. I budgeted $18.25. My first paycheck was actually a lot less than expected. It was $1,558.18. What happened here was there was actually a partial, like a half day that was unpaid, and then a second day that was unpaid. So it was a total of 12 hours unpaid of work. And that was because my payroll department person forgot to take the one day I had taken off earlier I think it was in June, forgot to not pay me for the day I took off. And so they took it from this paycheck, which kind of sucked. I thought they were keeping track of things a little differently, so I didn't mention anything, but that's okay. So we had the $15.58.18 for my first paycheck, and then my second paycheck was $18.56.73. So let's go ahead and add that. The total there is $3,414.91. So I'm zooming out a little bit because it was kind of awkward. All right, let's move on to my bills. So rent is the same as always. Utility fee, ComEd, Peloton. My subscriptions are the same. And yeah, AT&T was a tiny bit more. It came to $78.04. I'm not sure why. It must be tax changed. My Gap card, I did pay the minimum and I paid it off. So with my Gap card, yeah, it's paid off. So I'm just gonna actually leave that blank. And then my Apple card, I paid the $83.75. So let's take a sec to add that. So $1427.79, and I'm just gonna quickly double check. Okay, fantastic. So a little under budget there, and that is great. Now we're moving on to my variable expenses, which is, as expected, the difficult part for me month after month. My groceries, so I budgeted $250, and my total for the month was just a tiny bit under $242.23. I cannot believe it. I did try so hard to keep my grocery budget under that $250, and obviously I succeeded, but it was not easy. Dining out was one that really surprised me. I budgeted $300, and I came in at $238.27. And this really surprised me because with a visitor in town, I was expecting to spend more. Like, we went to Benihana and my portion was about $51 or $52, so that alone is a good chunk of this. We also went out to eat to a different restaurant nearby, and that was also a little more than I normally spend out, which is about $30. Ideally, when I go out to eat, like, I'd like to keep it under 25, ideally. That doesn't always happen, but so we had a couple of meals that were a little pricier, so I'm surprised I was able to stay under budget. I think it's because a couple of the days that I was supposed to be in office, I didn't go into the office. One was like 4th of July, and one I was not feeling well, so I worked from home. And there was one weekend that we didn't go out to eat at all. It was we were just at home all weekend being lazy, so it helped. Hobbies, I did go over budget, unfortunately, but I'm not going to be upset about it because I only spent $31.46. With how expensive things are these days, it's so easy to go over a small $25 budget, and honestly $6 is really not that much, so it's okay. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I bought my phone mount that I'm using to film this right now. It's magnetic, so it's a lot easier, and then just a little Etsy printable. Yes, that's all I bought. Shopping, this is my biggest win. I cannot believe this. I only spent $38.39. You guys know that this has been my biggest problem area. I just buy all the time, always. And this month something clicked. I only bought 2 things, I want to say. Yeah, 2 things. You can watch my last video. I go over my favorite purchase, and I'm so proud of myself for only spending $38.39 on shopping the entire month. That is crazy. And I do separate shopping and hobbies. My hobbies would be like just the things I enjoy doing. Like now, for example, YouTube is a hobby of mine, so the phone mounts that I used to buy would fall under that category. Shopping is more for like personal, like shoes, a purse, a wallet, whatever, clothes. So yeah. So home, I also went over budget, but not by much, $28.82. The $28.82 was because my boyfriend's sister was in town, and she is super awesome and did the like cable or like cord management for our entire apartment. It wasn't super bad, but we did have to buy a couple of things for that, and we appreciate her doing it because we had every intention of just doing it right off the bat when we first moved in, and obviously it's been 6 months and we still hadn't done it. So, and she's so good at that and she enjoys it, so she said that she would do it for us. We obviously just bought the supplies, and that was my half, and it's money well spent because our apartment is looking good. So there's $28.82 for that. Entertainment, yes, I was under budget, $68.13. I just never know with visitors if we're going to be doing more things out or whatever, so I wanted to be prepared. Let's see, entertainment, we went to a Cubs game, but those tickets we bought I think in June or July, or June or May. But anything I spend there is part of the entertainment budget, so the Cubs snacks and that, and you know, everything for that day. And then my coworker has season tickets to White Sox, and he wasn't going to be able to go to one game, so he gave me his tickets, and very grateful because we've been wanting to go to the White Sox game, we just haven't done it, and now we didn't have to pay for the tickets, so that was awesome. So we just paid for the snacks there, and then we bought a movie ticket to go see Nope, and we're going this evening. So even though today's August 2nd, I bought this in July because I love to go to the movies, but it gets so pricey. It's like $15 for the movie ticket. There's, you know, obviously taxes, the buying online fee, all these things, and the concessions or whatever. So when it's possible, I try to go on a Tuesday if I can, and it worked out because our movie tickets were only $5.60 each. The final category is miscellaneous, and that came in at $25.83, just a hint over budget, which again I'm okay with. About $15 of that were Ubers, 3 Ubers that I split with my boyfriend to and from the beach because we had coolers and umbrellas and chairs, and it was just a lot, so we just took an Uber. And then we had to buy some batteries. So there's that. let's go ahead and total it up. I'm hoping, I mean, we should be under budget, but let's find out. $673. Oh, you know what? I forgot to include this here. I also spent $47.60 on my boyfriend's sister's birthday gift. But that wasn't part of that. I just took that from my short-term savings, which is what it was for. So just a little side note here. So it's looking like $673.13. That seems a little low, so I'm gonna go through and double check my work. Yeah, that is crazy. $673.13. What? I'm so happy. So now I'll just go in and fill out the summary down here at the bottom. Income, will bring it down, was less than expected, which sucks, was $34,1491. Total expenses, we'll add them up. So it was the $1427.79 plus $673.13, meaning I spent $2,192. And savings, I was trying to save $13.87. Let's see how much I actually did. Of course, I don't have it. You guys, I'm a mess. I completely forgot that I needed to film this video, so I'm obviously not prepared. So I just gotta look it up. I'll do like a money routine type video at some point, because I actually keep track of my money both digitally and on paper. Obviously I really enjoy this. I don't mind taking the time to do it both ways, but like updating my spreadsheet is key for me because I do that every single day without fail. My paper stuff, I only every like week or so I'll go in and fill out all my expenses and everything. So okay, so I saved between my sending money to my Roth IRA, between my long-term savings, my short-term savings, and a wee bit of dollars towards my travel fund, just spending money for my November trip. I saved $1,187.35. So let's go ahead and do like the difference here. So I budgeted. Okay, so here, this is, I'm so proud of myself. I can't even believe it. Obviously I budgeted $800 for variable expenses, which is my big problem area, and I was under budget by $126.87. That is so good for me. So that stayed towards a buffer in my account. I'm trying to grow my buffer to $1,000 minimum. So this is a very good, it's not a start because I've been trying to work on it for a while, but this is a very good improvement for me. So now I'm just gonna take a second to go through and highlight everything like I always do, so just bear with me. One of the things I wanted to talk about, or just kind of go over based on the numbers, what my biggest financial win was and what maybe an area that I needed to work on. Let's start with the area I need to work on. Well, I was so under budget for the whole month, and even though I assign a specific amount to each of my categories, my real goal is to stay under 800. So I might be over in one, under in another. As long as I'm under as a whole, that's what I'm really working towards. Obviously, ideally, I would be under in every category, but I'm not going to. I'm still giving myself $800 of spending money a month, and that's the real goal, staying under that. This month, my problem area was mean, there's nothing too bad, but I guess hobbies, because I was over by $6.46, which is the most. I do have to bring that back down because I have so many things for hobbies, and do I need them? No. Do I use them? Sometimes, but I have plenty. I should be able to make things work with what I have. I know that in August I am planning on buying one more item for YouTube, and I think it's gonna be a microphone, because some people have mentioned that my voice is really, like, the sound is really low, and I feel like I'm talking like almost a little loud. So it's obviously my phone not picking up my volume very well. I'm gonna see if buying a little microphone will help with that. So I need to tone it back with the hobbies after I buy my little YouTube microphone. My biggest financial win, I think, there's two, and I'm just gonna go into two because this was a really good month for me. So shopping, I did so well. The fact that I only bought 2 things this entire month, and one of them was for like storage type, it's a storage box. Just trying to declutter a little bit and put things away that I'm not using every day, so I don't have as many things out. So really only one fun thing. I can't believe it because this has been such a problem area for me. But the second thing is dining out. I had to increase my dining out category from $200 a month to $300 a month with going into the office, during the week. But I was able to stick to my budget, and not only that, be under budget by like $60. So that's very exciting for me. I'm hoping I can start bringing that dining out category down and not have to budget as much as $300, because that's really a ton. But I also want to make sure that we're going out, trying new restaurants, going to my old favorites, and yeah. Overall, July was a very, very successful month for me. If you watch my previous wrap-up videos, you'll know that I'm always over budget, and this is the first month that I've spent less money than I budgeted for, and I am so happy about that. I did make less money, but I also spent less money, and so it worked out. But yeah, anyways, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.